It is 6:55 a.m, 8 degrees. We're just about to head over to Bundanoon. We've got 5 lookouts and 1 waterfall to complete today. We are leaving a little bit later just in case there is any mist or fog over these lookouts. We want it to lift. It was scheduled to rain, but there is a little bit of blue sky above. We're going to go through Exeter and then into Bundanoon. We're just here at Moss Vale. Belle's having her cup of tea. Got the vehicle in the driveway here, ready to go. There's no frost in the windscreen this morning. As long as this rain holds off, it's going to be a good day for walking. It's Friday, everyone's heading off to work, school. So we'll go pack the gear up into the car, and then we'll turn the camera back on and show you guys exactly where we're going to park and what the plan is once we get into Bundanoon. So this is our endpoint. Welcome to Morton National Park. This is where we'll be exiting. Now, it costs money to park in the national park, so I've decided to park out here. And the plan is to walk up to Riverview Road, walk along there, hit the first 2 lookouts, which are Riverview Point lookouts, and then head down to Tooth's lookout. That will be the first video. And the second video of today will be Fairy Bower Falls onto Sunrise Point lookout, then the Grand Canyon lookout and Gamble lookout. So we're pretty much doing a loop all the way around and exiting here. So that's why we've parked the car down here, to make it easy for us. We could have driven all the way down Riverview, but that would mean after coming out of these gates here, we would have to walk this road towards midday when we're tired, and then walk back all the way to the car. But considering we're fresh in the morning, we thought we'd do the walk now. We have just walked this road, which happens to be Gully's Road. The car is parked at the end there. This was where I was intending on parking the car, on the corner of Gully's Road and Riverview Road. But the smartest thing is to park it all the way down there. You can see a gentleman coming out of the national park, and there was a lady going down into it for a morning walk. And this is Riverview Road. Now, I'm not quite sure how long this road is, but at the end of this road we'll start, I think, the Mark Morton Trail, and that'll take us down to the lookouts. There's the Gullies Fire Trail on that side. It looks very picturesque up here. Very dense. Are you finding it cold? I'm not cold at all today, even though there's a bit of wind. Another reason why I didn't come up this road is because it's gravel, and there doesn't look like to be a hell of a lot of parking up here. So pulling off on the side of the road may have been an issue. This is what Riverview Road looks like. still on it, and there's farms on either side of us. This chap on this side's been lopping some of these trees that have fallen down. And got a really beautiful farm on this side with a couple of dams. Might be a horse stud. See a couple of dogs up there in the distance. The sun is poking through. And there is a bit of parking here, so if anyone's thinking about parking on Riverview Road to start this walk, you've got plenty just along there. That's 3 driveways that we've seen on this road so far. Another house here. Kerala, whatever that means. Kerala, this guy's got a huge property. The icon has just instructed me to take some video of this beautiful row of camellias, so we can look back in years to come. Someone's very proud of their crop here. Good soil. Just along the perimeter of their property. Ferns as well. This is what you can expect to see at the end of Riverview Road. The walk was about 15 to 20 minutes. Very pretty in under the canopy of the trees. So we've got the sign here, Morton National Park. Trees may fall. And this is where we have to turn left for the lookouts. So we do have Amphitheatre lookout to our right here. I'm pretty sure once we finish Riverview lookouts, we will then come back around onto the Amphitheatre track and we can take that lookout in. It says here, help protect our wildlife. Looks like to be a little sugar glider. Okay, we've got Riverview lookout and Morton lookout. When I was looking on Google Maps, all that it stated was Riverview lookouts. There was no Morton lookouts stated on there. So this will be 3 different lookouts. So now that is 1, 2, 3, Tooths is 4, and another 3 lookouts on the other side of Fairy Bow Falls. That's 7 lookouts altogether that we should be completing today, unless we come across any others. You can drive up here too. I wonder if there's a little car park where these lookouts are, where you can drive all the way. But again, problem being is we then want to head off and do Tooths and Fairy Bow Falls, and I don't think the car will make it all the way there. I think it stops. But it'll be no fun in that anyway. I'd much prefer to be walking and keeping warm this way. Bell's in front of me. See if we can zoom in on. Icon! I just want to see if this zoom function gets you waving. Another house here on our left as we're walking up the trail. Looks like to be a couple of houses. I'd say this would be residents of Bundanoon. I dare say not many people would walk this way. It takes a bit of research online to come up with this route that I have done today. I really had to scroll in and write down which particular tracks, because there's no sign, unless when you look at the start of Riverview Road there on Gullies Road, there's no sign telling you to turn left into Riverview to start the lookouts from here. The only sign that there was at the beginning of this trail, and unless you're a local you wouldn't know. A lot of people would just drive in to the national park there, a little bit further on for where we've parked the car, and start the walks from there. But we've done it completely the opposite way, and as I mentioned to Belle before, I can't see any tracks of shoes, no footprints, no tyre tracks here. They've blocked the access off here. May have been four-wheel tracks once upon a time where you could drive up here. This is a turning circle here. Allows the vehicles to turn around. You can see a couple of posts there. I don't think we're going to see anyone at this end of the walk. We may see a little bit towards the end on the Echo Point Trail heading back up to the car. But from this end, unless people are coming down from Glowworm Glen, I don't think we're going to see one person. And that's the way I like it. See if you guys can spot what I have. We've had a wallaby or a kangaroo running along this track on the left hand side here. Let's see if we can see at what point he takes off into the bush. This is fresh as well, because I think there was a little bit of rain last night, so this may have been this morning. So he's still going. He's still going. Fading out a little bit. He's still going. There's a bit here. Here they are here. Another bit here. He's jumped over this puddle. He's still going. Here they are here. 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Continuing along the left hand side. Maybe he's going up to see the lookouts as well. And I've got a funny feeling he's going to take a left here somewhere. There's not too many more. I'd say he shot off through there. I think he's head off through the bush there because there is no more marks through here. And no rain, no sun. You can hear the train in the distance. There'll be a freight train heading straight through Bundanoon station. We actually stopped in at Exeter as well, took a few pictures there from the antique store. All these train stations up this way are so well done. Got the really old signs there at the train stations that look like they're from the 1800s. So this is the strange thing about the walk we're on. It looks like you can drive your car up here. There's a car park here. But there was not one sign anywhere through Bundanoon or Gullies Road notifying anyone to turn left onto Riverview Road and drive all the way up to here. But I have now confirmed, if you do not want to do this walk, you can drive your car up here and park right at where the two lookouts are. And you could do it with a two-wheel drive car as well. You don't need a four-wheel drive car. My car probably would have made it if I went nice and slow. So you've got the Riverview walk down here to Fern Tree Gully, Amphitheatre, and to the Nicholas Pass track. That's, I think, where we have to go to head to Tooths, because we have to rejoin, we have to go back to the amphitheatre. But these are the two lookouts we're going to take in first. So which one first, hun? We'll do Riverview? Yeah. All right, let's do Riverview lookout. And just as we're arriving, the sun has come out. We'll get a few pictures of this sign on the way up. Let's try and get to this lookout while the sun's out. Oh, it's just here. That was a beautiful walk. Probably took about 45 minutes from where we parked the car. I'm expecting to see a river down here. Looks like a horse has come all the way down to this lookout. Wow. That's awesome. Look at the cliff face on the other side. This reminds me of, oh, what's that lookout up there in the Blue Mountains from Lura? It is, isn't it? The only problem, once again, is getting here in the morning. The sun's right in front of us, so it looks like east is right in front of us. It's a long drop down there. Look how the sun is on this side where we are, and halfway down, no sun on the other side. Stunning. I wonder which way Amphitheatre looks out to. Surely it doesn't look out this way. What we need now is a little bit of cloud cover. Look at the birds down there, going into the trees. Not much of a river, I would call it more of a creek. Nice, huh? What's that smell? It does smell like pot, doesn't it?
Oh, it's just like pot.
It's, what's that weed?
I smell it often.
But it smells of that weed. Okay, there's a bit of cloud coming over in a sec. Hopefully with this cloud coming over, we might be able to pan out and get a better view. Come on, close it up. There we go. Okay, we're under the clouds now. Shouldn't be any more sun, so you should be able to see a little bit better. Although the sun is just about to pop on out again. You reckon you get some good shots?
I'd like to get a cano, but I don't.
On your... Well, I don't think we're going to need Google Maps today, so if you want to try to get one.
It just doesn't. If there was a waterfall just opposite over there running like some water,
Yeah, you'd do it.
It'd be worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just not being well.
Yeah, I'm sure the Grand Canyon...
I think there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, I think there'll be better lookouts. I think the Grand Canyon lookout is going to surpass this one.
Still, imagine if there was falls coming up all
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, I would say that there's a little bit of water up on top there. In heavy rain, I would say a lot of these... See, you can see the water on top there, like how it's wet. Yeah,
Imagine if they were falls.
yeah. Well, I think there would be water coming off there in heavy rain. I've even been to some places where the wind's been that strong, the water's been heading up. You know, the wind from underneath sprays the water up.
If the Victorian High Country is anything like this, I don't think we're going to find that guy. Maybe being down there.
He'll run out of food eventually. Nah, they're not going to give up. They'll get him.
They'll just keep moving. I don't think
Yeah, nah. He's not the only guy that knows that country. I'm sure they'll bring in guys that know that areas. Yeah, know that high country as well.
they're tracking.
Yeah. Just because he lives there and he's an expert in weapons or whatever else doesn't mean he's no Rambo. Put it that way. He's got a gun, but those guys, the tactical stuff, the tactical guys that are there and whatever else, they know their shit as well. They'll eventually get him. Bit of a coward to shoot two police.
Why did he do that?
I got no idea. Did you hear that one guy was ready to retire in the next week, and he killed him? That's no hero doing that. Let me tell you. All right, let's go see Mark Morton. Yeah. Back up to this sign from Riverview Lookout down there. And once we complete this one, the Mark Morton Lookout, we're virtually heading home. Back towards the car, taking in all these other sites. So the hardest part is done, getting to the first lookout from the vehicle. So this looks around the corner towards where we're going to have to walk, where Tooth's lookout is. We've got droppings here as well. They're horse droppings, aren't they? Oh, this is a nice big lookout. And the sun's behind us, we should get... So here we go, did you get this? EJA. What date are we looking at here? Oh, here we go, it's undercover. What are you thinking? Bill? What are you thinking? The date? Mate, the end of World War II. Imagine that, 1945.
Okay,
Just have a look, does that look like a 4?
yeah, it does.
Yeah, did you get a picture from here? Yeah. And there's another one over here. There's a couple over here. John, 97. Could that be 1897 or 1997? That could be 1897. Matt and Ches have been here. We've got another one here. The 3rd of 90, I think. R.A. Mogg. Don't know what that says there. 85. 5th of the 7th, 85, 94. There's a lot of inscriptions here. Was there any at the other one? I don't think there was a rock on the other one. Wow, look at that. Look how the rock's crumbling here. Those birds again down there. Looks to be either cockatoos or galahs, sulphur crested cockatoos, I would say. You want to know a fun fact? EJA 1945 was here as well. He's right below me. So not only is he up there with you, he decided to get on the other side of this rail, although I don't think this rail was here back in the day. You're talking to me, honey. Are you talking to me? Can I just ask you a question? Do you think this rail was here when EJA came over here and inscribed his name? That's a serious question. Do you think this rail was here when EJA engraved his name? No. Well, if it was alright for EJA, why isn't it alright for Optimus Prime?
It's alright.
You worry too much. Worry too much. Honey, you watching? Oh. Mate, I could climb down here. I reckon I could climb down here. There's enough jagged rocks to be able to get down. I needed to get down there. Look at that one there. That's just falling away. Which is the better of the two lookouts? I know it's the first on the Monday. Does this month have 31 days? I'm not too sure. Mark Morton lookout. Mark Morton has got the better of the two lookouts. What are you doing, Icon? Are you graffitiing again? Oh, the wind's picking up. Oh, we got a little love heart here. You probably didn't need two lookouts here, honestly. You can see the river from here. Maybe that's why on Google Maps there's no mention. Is that your phone? Yeah. It's got to be Britty. 29th, yep. 29th is Friday, 30th is Saturday, so this month must have 31 days. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. September. Geez, this year's gone quick, hasn't it? But you can't escape my love. Look down there, it looks like there's been some sort of collapse. Trees aren't growing down there. Something's happened there a long time ago. You can see where the river winds its way around. Go down there, down there, down there, and then snakes its way through the valley. Have you finished your inscription? Let me get a video of that and then we'll head off.
Okay, we had to do one.
Bella and Primey, Mark Morton Lookout, 29th of the 8th, 2025. Right next to EJA, whoever this gentleman or lady was. I've just had a memory flood back to me. I'm sure there's a picture of me at this lookout 10 years ago. I don't know why. I think there's a picture right here of me standing barefoot. The Mark Morton Lookout rings some bells. If I can find that picture, I'll add it before the snaps that we took today. I'll just give you an idea of what the landscape looked like then and to see if there has been any changes in the distance. Right, let's head back up this track and see what this other trail was called. That's going to take us to the Amphitheatre lookout. Maybe we did drive up here 10 years ago. That rings a bell. Because then what we did after that, I remember the female that I was with paid money to park in the Mark Morton National Park, and we headed down to Erith Coal Mine, to the waterfall down there. Yeah, I'm sure we parked here. It's coming back to me. It's a long time ago. But I'm pretty sure we drove up these tracks. She knew about this. And we've walked it today. How funny is that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we parked here. And we took in these two lookouts. And then we hopped back into the car and went to the Mark Morton National Park. Okay, so this is called the Riverview-Mark, Fern Tree Gully, the Amphitheatre, and we want to rejoin the Nicholas Pass track to take us to Tooth's Lookout. And once we get to Tooth's Lookout, that will be the end of the first video today. From there on in, we start the second explore. This Riverview-Mark track has started to now head down. We've got a hairpinner here, taking our time, trying to get onto the, was it the Sir Nicholas Pass? Or Nicholas Pass track? Well, as I said to Bill a minute ago, what goes down must eventually come back up again. So if we bottom out, we are then going to climb up the other side of the mountain. But the beauty about it is we're walking back towards the vehicle. It's not like we have to return on any of these tracks that we're walking along. We have now completed the first 2. 5 to go. In lookouts, that is, and 1 waterfall. I'm now curious if I've been in that waterfall as well. Fairy Bow Falls. It rings a bell, but I think it rings a bell because there's a fairy bow down at Manly. Dark through here. It looks like we're about to bottom out. Got some steps here, and there may be a creek crossing. Well, this is a little bit confusing. You would think there would be a sign down here for the novice of which way to go. We're definitely not going to go down the creek. I would think it's this way. And up around here and here. It is gorgeous through here. How slippery is it here? It's not too bad.
Oh, look.
What? Oh yeah, look at the hole down there. That's beautiful. That's very magic. How nice does that look? Can you come down this far, hun? I'm going to see if I can get down there and get up on top of the rock there without falling. This spot right here is absolutely stunning. We've got some bird at top of us here. I don't know what it is, but God, it's noisy. There it is, lyrebird, female, in the tree. I hope I caught that on camera. He's looking straight at me. Probably nesting around here. You can start heading up if you want, Icon. I'll catch up with you. And do a little bit of walk around here. It's too nice not to film. So the water actually goes in underneath this hollowed out rock and works its way all the way down. That lyrebird's up in here somewhere. There he is. It's like the Roadrunner. Probably doesn't see too many people here. can have a picnic right on this rock here. Perfect spot to actually show the hat, shades and footwear I've got on today. Shades are the replica RB3025s from Top Gun, gold frames with the purple mauve lenses. The hat I've just purchased recently. I got this from AliExpress. It goes with my top. God will judge our enemies, we'll arrange the meeting. I bought 3 or 4 of these different colours for quite cheap off AliExpress. And the footwear, I've got the Saltwater Dreamtimes on today. Which look absolutely magnificent when they get wet. When I first bought these, they did say that the print will eventually fade off. In November this year, I've been wearing these thongs hard for 2 years and the print's pretty much still on there. A little bit coming off towards the end here, but they are great quality thongs. Alright, let's catch Bill. I should actually take a picture right here with him. I've remained down here for another 10-15 minutes. Bill's taken off. I better hurry up and catch up with her. It's just too nice not to get an abundance of pictures. There's the steps going up. So we're on the other side of the mountain now. I knew there would be a creek crossing at some point. I was a little bit worried that if the water was running quite hard we wouldn't get across. I would say when it's coming down there really hard you wouldn't be able to cross onto the other side here, so you need to be careful after rainfall, I'd say. That's something I didn't expect to see. Hopefully we'll come across more of creek crossings like that. The Icon's shoe print. She's headed up this way. Hopefully I caught that lyrebird on camera. The Icon yelled out and said, "Hurry up." Oh, she's taking a breather. We've got some information boards. Is this a lookout? This is the Amphitheatre lookout. The Riverwalk, Bundanoon, Morton National Park. Is it just the Morton National Park or Mark Morton National Park? This pleasant short walk meanders through pretty fern tree gully and mature eucalypt forest to Riverview Lookout. There it is. Mark Morton Lookout has lovely views of Bundanoon Creek and a picnic shelter. Was there a picnic shelter there? Where? No, it says Mark Morton Lookout has lovely views of Bundanoon Creek and a picnic shelter. I don't remember a picnic shelter over there. Return the same way. There's Glowworm Glen. Something that we did about 8 weeks ago. So we're here. So instead of heading back up here, back to the car Riverview Road, we're going to head down the Nicholas Pass. And we're going to do Toots Lookout, which is down here somewhere. Then backtrack and do Fairy Bower Falls. Cliff edges. There's the cockies there that I could see flying. Is this the same sign? No, there's a different one here. Water was the master architect of the amphitheatre, where you walk along a natural ledge with cliffs above and below. The walk is an interesting experience, like looking onto an intimate stage full of trees. Follow the track Nicholas Pass under the fern-covered escarpment and stop off at the magical Fairy Bower Falls. That's what we plan on doing. Return the same way or for a longer walk via Gamble's Rest. Yep, we're going to go to Gamble's Rest and we're going to do Gamble's Lookout. This track has loose and uneven surfaces. Walkers should practice extreme caution. Extreme. It's not much of a lookout. Too many trees. Can you get up on top of this rock? Over this way. But can you get up on top of this thing? Let me see. People have gone up here. You can see where they've cleared the... You might want to come up here, Bill. Come on, Bill. Come up here while you're here. Oh yeah, this is where the lookout is. Better off than the one down there. And there's the cockies. So we are now on top of the amphitheatre. Man, this LCD screen, so small, I can't even see the cockies in the screen. There they go. There they go. That's what I could see glistening down in the valley there when we were up at the Morton Lookout. They're sulphur-crested cockatoos, aren't they? Sure are. Do you know where we are at the moment, hon?
Yeah.
Where? What are we standing on?
The amphitheatre.
That's right. We are on top of the amphitheatre. Maybe we're not allowed to do this, but we are. So there's a Gamble's Rest. So I gather where Gamble's Rest is, that's where the lookout is. That was so pretty down there, crossing the creek, huh? Was it Bundanoon Creek? Is that what it said on the sign on it? Stunning. Stunning. All right, let's head back down there through there, and we're going to head along and try to find Tooth's Lookout. So I missed the track here to notify you guys about the amphitheatre track. So this is the way you would come down. We've seen that sign earlier on. That brings you straight down here. So you could have done Mark, Morton and Riverview lookouts two different ways. The way we did it around, or you could have come down here and for a shorter walk go down and cross the creek where we did and headed up that way. But we're going to go all the way through now and do the complete entire loop that takes us out back to where the car is. So the next stop should be Tooth's Lookout. We're going to miss the track that turns right up to Fairy Bower. That will be the start of the second video. So we're now coming up to the last lookout of this first video for today. Look at that view. This is equal to any walk in the Blue Mountains. The only thing it lacks is waterfalls. Like the ones in the Blue Mountains have some pretty spectacular waterfalls like Empress Falls, Wentworth Falls. Fairy Bower apparently is just a small waterfall. Track's well maintained. Apart from that creek where you have to cross, you just got to be a little bit careful down there, although nothing was slippery. The rest of it has been very easy for novice walkers. It looks like we've got another creek crossing down here. I can hear it. It's a fair way down. We may miss it actually. It's down here. I've just had Belle yell out and say, ladder, make sure you go down backwards. Don't be stupid. Now this looks like it's new. Now this has been upgraded. That's all new. Up until that point there. Oh, it's only little steps. You don't need to go down backwards here. We may cross that creek after all. That's where those lookouts were around the corner up there. I would love to do some of these walks at night, man. With the flashlights that I have, these would be very easy to do at night. Maybe see some animals that you wouldn't see during the day. If I lived up in these neck of the woods, I would for sure. This might be Fern Gully. Oh, how cool is this? A canopy of ferns over the top of me. A little waterfall?
Yeah, so lucky you've got the rain.
Yeah, I know, if it wasn't for the rain. Have we got a bridge crossing here, or we're just walking alongside the creek? Wow, we are deep. We're in the crevice. I knew none of this when I was researching this. I knew nothing of this. Belle's just yelled out, there's a full-on waterfall up here, and I don't think it's Fairy Bower. Look at that. And it's easy to get to. Is there a little pool up there or not? Just be careful. What do we always say? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's a nice waterfall. Look at the tears coming down off that. No, it's not mentioned. And it can't be Fairy Bower, because Fairy Bower continues on. And there is a pool up there too.
Yeah.
You can come up all the way, hun. Be nice to be up there and get a picture. That's beautiful.
Wow.
I know, isn't it nice?
Wow.
And we would have missed that if we just had kept on going, because down from there you can't really see it. You have to come up a little bit to get it. And we're lucky, like Belle said, that we've had a little bit of rain.
I might stand over there.
Yeah, I'll get a picture of you. This walk is going to take a little bit longer than expected, because we had no idea that we were going to meet and greet another waterfall. I tried to get up on top there, but it's just too slippery. I was going to climb up there and get across, but just wasn't to be. And get back down onto the track. If anyone knows what this waterfall is called, it doesn't show it on Google Maps, and there was no mention of it at the Amphitheatre. Absolutely beautiful. I might just wash the feet here a little bit, because I've dirtied myself. All this green moss over all these rocks and the wood here make it even more beautiful. Belle's taken off down there. Belle, if you get a chance, shoot back up. Shoot up the water if you can, the creek, with your camera. Okay. See, from this spot here, you wouldn't even know there was any falls. It's right at this point where you can just get a side glimpse of them. I like how they haven't fenced it off either. I've seen some places where they would put a fence on this side and they don't want you going up there because they deem it too dangerous. But this is wild along here. You can just get a glimpse now. Oh, there's another railing down there. It looks like that's where we're going. Someone has put these natural rock steps in. They've cut them. I don't think these have been laid. They've actually cut into the rock to make it all that natural looking. The problem when you go under rocks like this, you're not sure if anything has spluttered on the lens. So let me just clean it just in case. Otherwise we won't have a clear image. Oh, look at the drop. There's only a little bit of water flowing today. Tell you what, this is as far as you'll be able to get here, and there's no crossing. Can you imagine with gushing water down through here? We've got to get a picture here as well. So the rocks have fallen in and wedged each other. Loving these overhangs. Where the track winds down from. All the way down, hairpins around, waterfall, hairpins around, and then straight down here. This would be dangerous down through here if you didn't have this rail, because it's a big drop down through there. Absolutely awesome. we're just going to be walking along the overhangs now. Look at that. Looks like there's a track down there as well. Look at that. Someone has made a track down through there. Experienced walkers, I'm sure, would know of other special features down there. Look at this construction. That's a solid fence, this one. That'd be heavy. You're not carrying that down. I'm trying to see if it separates into bits. Yeah, it's from here to that bit there. This would have been chopped down, I'd say. You're going to get dirty shoes through there. Nothing you can do about it. Give me the peace sign, huh? With the camera. You got to take a picture. Not that way. Don't get used to taking portrait. Portrait looks terrible on TV. Always has to be landscape. If you're taking pictures for phones, then you would take the phone straight up and down, portrait as they call it. But because my slideshows are made for TV, if I don't take the pictures landscape, side on, it's a slippery through here. Did you slip down through there? You've got to go slow down here. Yeah, if I don't put the camera sideways, then you have this huge black borders on either side of the portrait pictures, and it just doesn't work. Look at that rock. This is Jurassic. Huh?
I'll get you at the falls, because you've got to hold it down sometimes.
So it looks like this next part of the track was closed at some point. This sign was not here, it was thrown off there in the distance, so I don't know how long ago this track was closed. It could be open again, but it does say danger, area closed due to dangerous track conditions, landslide hazard area, rocks may fall, trees may fall, surveillance cameras may be used in this park. Honestly, all this track we've been walking on from the lookouts, we would have had landslides and rocks and trees. What's the difference? There's no difference. So I don't know how old that sign is, but we are not turning back. The plan is to get onto the Fairy Bower track after we do Tooths, and then make our way back to the car. It's a little bit muddy, but it's not raining that heavy where we're going to face any landslides. It's just a matter of finding which way the track goes. It is a dedicated track, so it should be okay. We're going to see little bits of steps every now and again. You want me to go in front, hon? What are you going to get? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, the spraying of the water. How nice does that look? Just be careful through here, yeah? We've got to navigate this next little bit until we get to the Fairy Bower walking track. Just take your time. Make sure at this point, V, that you take a shot up from here, yeah?
Yeah.
It looks like a grandstand.
Yeah.
Beautiful with the sun poking through. You okay? Maybe take one from here as well. Have a look at the sun shower coming off the waterfall from this one here. Looks pretty good from here on in. We don't know how old that sign is. That sign might have been from 6 months ago. We haven't had any torrential rain in the last few months. Look at the cave up there. I was saying before the battery died on me, there's a great cave or hole in the wall up there on the cliff face. See how close I can get to it. Right there. And the sun's out again. So if that was the hard part from there to there, that was nothing. We've got to be close to Fairy Bow now. We're on the other side of the mountain now. So we're ever so closer back to the car. Top track or your track?
I don't know. I'll ask you. Does that look designated?
Nah, it just seems to head along the cliff face. I would go down your way.
No track running along there?
Nah, it doesn't go anywhere. If it does go anywhere, we'll head back down towards where you are. There might be some sort of cave or something over there that people have made their own track, but no, I would head down. You want me to lead the way? Okay. Is there a track this way?
Well, this is it. What do you think? Or does that run under the escarpment there? You wouldn't think.
I don't know, there's something that goes in behind that big tree there.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what they're talking about, the where it's caved.
Just been washed away.
Yeah, I think the track's been maybe washed away. We've just got to find some steps somewhere. It looks to be some steps down here. Yeah, keep on coming down. It looks to be this way. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I've got no idea. Let me just wait there for a sec.
Yeah.
Let me go down and have a look. I don't know if we're meant to be going this far down. Unless it came down that way. Maybe we are to follow the escarpment up there. Yeah, I would take that other track. Yeah, I would take that other track. Let's head along there. We have been heading along the escarpment since we've been coming down, so there'll be no reason why we should head down here. Take that other track. I'm getting dirty feet. We need fairy bow falls so I can clean my feet.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it that way, you reckon? Let me just see. There's a track that heads that way. But you would think we would follow the escarpment. It is a little bit overgrown, but the ferns give it away. I haven't seen any landslip yet, what they're talking about. Beautiful sun. So it's been a while, apart from that closed sign, it's been a while since we've seen any signs like information boards like under the Amphitheatre. Look out there. See, this may have been a bit of a landslide here. It looks like it's washed away a little bit. Maybe this is what they're talking about being dangerous. I'd say that would have been a lot higher up there. I think a lot of it's been washed down there. It looks overgrown, but not a lot of people have done this recently.
No.
Well, not the masses anyway. No. I'll come around this way.
Yeah. Push me off the cliff.
Yeah, I think so. Well, once they see that sign, they will turn back. But it continues on, and we are following the escarpment. But it may get to a point where there has been a landslip and we can't get through any further. When we did Beauchamp a number of years ago, that's exactly what we faced, but we actually climbed down where it was. Here you go, you got a clear track through here. The ferns. Did you bring water with you?
Yes.
Good girl.
Like this?
Not for me, no. Just for you. I'll get rid of my parchness when we get to the Bundanoon hotel. Let's get a nice jug of Solo. So this track has not been walked on for a long, long time. It is well overgrown in this section, so you're wondering whether or not you're going the right way. And you do get some signs every now and again that you are. See, up through here it doesn't look like there's any further along you can go, but you do have old steps here. And it gets up through. They may have closed it off a long time ago. Ooh. Okay, we start heading up. And the track opens up a little bit again. Okay, huh? This is what Bill was afraid of. A little bit of bush bashing. We had it easy to begin with, but just think of it, we get back to easy. Yeah, well, we get back to easy once we get to the lookouts, because they're known roads. This is classified as a pass. The other one, once we get to it, it's called Bundanoon Road and Echo Point Road. It's 10:30. You can see the track snake up through there. We're getting closer to the top of this mountain. It was a lot higher before. So we did say from the lookouts, Bell, that it was going to be about 1.5 kilometres when we did the measurements last night on Google Maps. Just winding our way through Fern Gully. You see here where it's overgrown Look at it through here, Bill. You would not even know that there was a track heading through here. Look at that. You wouldn't even know that under the canopy of ferns here, but you can now. Look at that. Look here. You can see that the stone steps up there where it once used to be, but it's washed away. I know, isn't it awesome? It's nice that it's just growing over and not on the track itself. It still allows you to walk through. The cockies are guiding us. They're the same ones from the lookouts. So now we're just going through the canopy. Is this what they called Fern Gully? I think this is it. I think this is what they classified as Fern Gully, because that at the amphitheatre there, it said continue along Fern Gully to Fairy Bow Fall. Be careful here, okay? A little bit slippery. I would get on this rock here.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, that's the problem when you're filming. You're not looking when you're stepping. I just want to give the people watching this video what it looks like, what we're having to navigate here. You can see the steps here, so we know we're going the right way. Every so often you come across steps. But good old Fern Gully, it's really closed in on itself. I think we're getting close, because if you take heed of that sign and said continue to Fairy Bow through Fern Gully, I reckon the next stop is Fairy Bow Falls. I've got spikes everywhere from those thorn bushes. There it is. I am sure. What happened? Did you cut yourself? Bad?
No, I just got
I like a little. Do you want to get a picture from here back towards the ferns? Because there's a shitload of them. Did you bring any band-aids? There you go. All right. You want me to take a picture? Yeah, okay. You keep on going, and I'll take a picture. It's in through there. It looks like we're still down here in Fern Gully. It's very closed in on itself. You're starting to doubt yourself if you're going the right way, because we haven't seen any signs for a long, long time. But as I keep on saying, look through there. It doesn't look like to be any track through there. And then all of a sudden, you come to something like this. 2 steps heading up. But the ones below it have been washed away. So many trees and everything have fallen on this track. This is still the Nicholas Pass, isn't it? Hun? No Google Maps? Good. No Google Maps. There's no other way we can go. It's only up the mountain or down. So it has to be this way. This was once a dedicated national park track. The only difference is, there we go, steps again. 1, 2, 3, up through here. I wonder how long this has been closed for. You with me? Come on. Stick on my butt. You're going to sleep well tonight. The non-bush girl before this year is really testing her limits today. She's not real used to walks like this, although this is one of the easier ones. Look at everything collapsed through here. All the trees. It's like someone's placed them down on the track on purpose. Just make sure you watch on your left hand side that you're not on an embankment where it falls down. Make sure, oh, there goes my thong. Oh. I think Fern Gully took a fancy to my boomerangs. It's trying to reclaim them. There it goes. It shoots straight down through there, and I can hear a waterfall from this point. We may be close. We've gone off too soon. It's not Fairy Bower. It's just some sort of, it may be from Fairy Bower, but just cutting through. What's wrong? Whereabouts are they?
There's one there.
Yeah.
There's one there.
That's all right.
There.
Yeah, hang on, let me get this guy off first. Okay, and this one?
Yep.
How
come,
how come they're on you and not on me? Get off. Ah, got him. That's what a leech looks like. There's your leech. And they're hard to get off. There must be those black shoes. Easy to grip onto. Oh yes, I can clean the feet. Look at the mud coming off it. Well, that's the sound that we could hear, but it's not the destination that we need to be. Looks like the track winds through there. So I'm going to take a guess, but I believe that the hard part is done. We've got some steps heading up now, and these are the best steps that we've seen in about 25 minutes. We've seen a lot of steps that were covered up, but these ones, look how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 steps, and it's a lot clearer up here. I'm hoping now that we don't have to see any more of that jungle down there. And it is jungle. Look at that. I'm going to go forward here. Yeah. See how close we are to the top of the escarpment now?
Yeah.
We were below it a big distance before. Oh, here's the collapse. Here's the collapse. Are we going to be able to get through? Wow. Here's the collapse. That's what they were talking about. That's why they closed it off. I've seen this kind of stuff over the Blue Mountains. Okay, so that sign was definitely pointing not to come this way. Is it down or up? I think both of them are going to lead to where this collapse is anyway. So. It might be the other way, hun. Yeah, it's the other way. I can see the track through there. If you go through the other way, I'll try to get back through down through here. Thorny thorn bushes. You're making your way through. You're gonna have to come up now. Yeah, keep on coming down through there. Yeah, I'm going to film you coming up through here. Have you got a track continuing along there or not? As I've got something here, hang on. Let me just have a look. Okay, come up to where I am because you're going to hit the rock collapse there. Actually, can you keep on going straight? Come to the tree. Oh, actually no, come up where I am. It's a lot easier this way. Yeah, straight up that little crevice there. Just work your way. Yeah, up, that's exactly right. Come up through there. Yeah. There's only one way you can come. The whole side of the mountain's collapsed. Can you see the track or not? Hang on. Hang on. Yep, that's it, straight through there. Yep, work your way. Once you get up to where I am, it's all smooth sailing. Give me a hand. Yeah, this is where all the destruction has happened. That's all right, I got you. Don't worry, you're not going anywhere. You got it? Okay, alright, from here on in it's easy. Alright, from here on in, once we get on the other side of this collapse, we're home free. And I've seen ones that are a lot worse than this. Look where it's come from. That hole inside there has collapsed. Probably rain. It's from here maybe. Just here. Is this an inscription here? Alright, this looks pretty... No, not inscription. Okay, just follow me now. We're going to get up over here. Oh, there's some damage through here. Now, we've never been that close to the escarpment before, so I think we're going to head down through there. Whatever did collapse here all that time ago, it's pretty settled now. Yeah, I'm okay. Never step on wood. Slippery. Yeah, I think it's up through here. Yeah, so come up to where I am. Once we get on the other side of this collapse, I think that's it. It's not down, so it's just got to be where we are here. Oh, look at this vine. My goodness. That got me good. Okay. I think that's the track there. And here is a perfect spot to take a picture of the collapse. That's one big ass. If you were on the other side over there and looking back this way, it would look awesome. Okay, there's a rock there you can step on. Watch the vine there where your feet are. There's a vine. You got to step over. You got to step over that vine. No, this rock down here. Yeah, get on that one. Look at the little plant growing on top of the rock down there. Get a picture from here. This is the place to get the picture. Get one that way, one in the middle, and then one down. And then I'll try to find the track, which should be self-explanatory. We can't be that unlucky to have 2 rock collapses, can we? Yeah, looks like it weaves in through there, and I'll make our way out. So going down that way was a mistake. It looks like it comes in through just under the escarpment here, and Fern Gully starts again. So we should have headed up from the collapse and then work our way along here. Let me go in front of you here. So much for your tights not getting dirty. You want me to get it off?
They love me.
Yeah, no, they do love you, don't they?
Yeah, well.
They do love you. I don't have one on me. Okay, now we've got to try to find some other stairs. And we're on the opposite side to the collapse. So, with any good fortune, we might be okay. That would be interesting to people that have done this track before on what the collapse looks like. Yeah, there's the track there in the distance. That's what I'm looking for. Let me zoom in through there. You can see it up there where it opens up and it starts heading up. And look how close we are to the top of this mountain now. We're pretty much going to peter out of it soon, which means we'll be turning right for Fairybower, but we need to continue on this a little bit further for Tooths. Can you see the track in the distance, V? Yeah. And you got steps here. There we go. There's been more tree collapses here. I can hear water up here. It could be the elusive Fairybower. Strange that there's no signs up there in the car park for the Riverview-Walk saying that there's no through access to Fairybower Falls. That's where you need the sign. Is that a fence up there? Is that a tree falling down and it's just growing on it? I thought there was a gate. Oh, it's just a tree that's fallen in at a right angle with the vines growing all around it, and it looks to be some sort of gate stopping you from coming in. Come on, man. Give us a little bit of freedom here. I just turned the camera off, and would you believe it, there's a sign up on the tree there. Let's see what this sign says. What's the bet? It says no access. That's what it says. We've reached it, hun. Fairybower. You know what it says? You're not going to like this. 380 metres steep. There it is. Same one at the other falls. Due to dangerous track conditions. Okay, we're still on the first part of the video. The second video will begin from here, from this sign right here. But we're going to Tooth Track Lookout, 800 metres steep. So we've got 1.6 kilometre walk back to here. Base of falls, 300 metres. All right, let's continue.